Hello, let's solve a Japanese sums puzzle. This is called 2 in 1. It's by Thomas Snyder, and I sourced this from GM Puzzles. There's a link in the description if you want to try it yourself. Let's go over the rules. So, what we're going to be doing is putting numbers in some cells, like maybe a 1 here, 2 here, 3 here, 4 here, whatever. We're going to put some numbers in, and the ones cells that don't have numbers in them, we're going to shade. And so maybe like that. And so what we need to do is, first of all, we cannot repeat any numbers in a row or a column. The numbers can only be 1 to 6. And these clues outside the grid tell us the sum of contiguous runs of numbers. So, for example, I could put 1, 2, 3 here, and this is in order. So I need a sum of 1, then some shading between. So some unfilled cells in between that are shaded, and then a 2, and then more shading, and then the 3. So let's do a more interesting example like this 6 and 7, right? I could shade this one and this one. Then I could make these two add to 6, like 1, 5. And make these two add to 7, like 4, 3. And so you can see that we have a shaded cell, and then we have a contiguous run of numbers that add to 6. That matches that. Then another shaded cell, that's important. And then a contiguous run of numbers that add to 7. The question marks mean you just need a run there, but we're not giving you what the sum is. And I believe that should do it. There's a link in the description again if you want to try it yourself. And I'm going to get started right now. All right. First thing I see are these 21s. Now remember, we can't repeat a digit in a column. And so we're going to have to use the entire column to get to 21 because 1 through 6, once each, sums to 21. So this all three of these columns are require a digit in them in every single cell. I don't think any of the other columns are useful at the moment, but these rows now are. So a 1 is only going to be a 1, and then we're going to have to shade after that. And the 1's got to go here because we need a number in here. And so this has to match our 1 clue. This last one has to match our 3 clue. The 1 is gone, so we're not doing 1, 2. So that's going to be the 3. That's shaded. And then this has to match the 2 clue, which obviously can only be the 2. We're not doing 1 plus 1 for many reasons, because we'd repeat the 1 3 times in this row then. Okay, this next one we're doing 3, 4, 5. So we're not connecting these two together because we're not going to be able to do 3 contiguous runs if we do this, right? Where would I shade to make 3 contiguous runs? So this has to be shaded, and that makes this a 5. 4, 5, 6 has the same issue. Oops. So we're going to shade there, and then this is our 6. 6 and 7 does not have that issue. So let's hold off on that for a second. This does need 3 clues in it. So these aren't going to connect for that reason. So this is also shaded. And that tells us where our 2 and 1 go. 2 and 1 just like that. And these are going to have numbers in them. So this has to be question mark. So we don't know what this is. This is also question marks. We don't know what it is. But this is 7. And 7 you can't do in one cell. You got to use at least 2 cells, which then tells us we're using exactly 2 cells. Lots of ways to add to 7 and 2. 1, 6, 2, 5, 3, 4. But this is going to have to be the 2 vertically. Because if it was the 1, how are we doing a shaded cell and then a 2 after it, right? It doesn't make sense. There's not enough room for that. So this is the 2, and it is going to be surrounded by shaded cells. So this is our question mark. These 3 at least are our 8. But we can't do 4 cells to add to 8 because 1, 2, 3, 4 already adds to 10. So that's going to be shaded. And then these 2 add to 7 without the 1. So it's going to be 2, 5, or 3, 4. I'm holding off on penciling for now, but we may come back and pencil. This just is the 6. And then this adds to 7. We can't do 7 in more than 3 cells. And so these are going to be a 1, 4 pair. This is part of our 4. So it's either going to be a 1, 3. So we do need a 1 in one of these two. So this could be 1, 3. Or this would be 1, 2. So this is either 2 or 3. Am I penciling? I guess I'm penciling now. This is either 2 or 3, and this is either 3 or 4. Here, the 4 could be a 4 here, or we could do 1, 3. Oh, we can't do 1, 3, because that breaks both of these options. 1 and 3 use up the 1s, we can't do 1, 2, and it uses up the 3, so we can't do the 3. So this is just a 4. This is shaded. And then this is, it doesn't mean this is the 1, does it? Let's hold off on assuming that. Okay. Sorry, I'm clearing my shading for no reason. Oh, vertically here we need a 2. That's going to go here. And that is unshaded. So this has to be shaded. So that's our 1. That's our 2. That's our 4. And this can't be a 1. All right. And then this adds to 5. So this is 2, 3. Okay. This adds to 7. So that's 2, 5. Let's make that green. All right. We have all our shading. So we should just be able to fill out the rest of these. This is 1, 4. So the 4 tells us that's 1, that's 4. This adds to 7. We have 5 and 6 available. So we'd either be 5, 2, or we're not 3, 4. This could be 5, 2, or 6, 1. Okay. How about, oh, here we know this is a 3. Does that help? So we need to add to 8. We already have 1. So these two add to 7. We're not doing 1, 6. We're not doing 3, 4. So this has to be 2, 5. This 5 tells us that's 2. That's 5. And so now we just finish these columns. This is a 1, and this is a 6. And there we go. All right. Well, that was fun. And I've done Japanese sums before in Sudoku form, but not the pure Japanese sums. Sometimes these make images. They don't always have to make images, though. But there are kind of variants of this where they'll draw you a pretty picture. Cool. Well, you know what? It kind of does look like a 2 and a 1. Yeah, to an extent. This could be interpreted as a 2, 1. Maybe. All right. Well, anyway, how'd you do?